always there's this like constant fight to prove yourself right or be in the right place. Nobody likes to say, oh, I think I was wrong. I can't be wrong. That's the point. I'm a really geek about UFOs and UAPs, and I really believe, okay, so this is a belief, it's not fact. I believe that they are out there, and I also have a clip. Show them, come on. It's right somewhere over there. Please. I think it's conscious that I am. See, you saw that. Check this out. My God. Oh my God. Alright, so that's not a drone. You ever wonder why people don't want to associate with you when you're struggling? Why success seems to magnetize friends, connections, and admiration, while failure isolates you? It's brutal, but it's real. You see, society isn't built on sympathy. It's built on value exchange. People want to be around people who bring something to the table, some value to the table, be it knowledge, energy, or even opportunities. And the sad part is, if you're not doing well in your life, most people that you've been very close to may not want to stick around you. I don't think it's because they're heartless. It's perhaps because they have to survive too, and they have to thrive as well. Maybe their desires of you do not match your reality. But you see, here's the thing. Your current value does not determine your future. You have to think about your current self as only a picture, only a reflection of who you really are. It's a time phase where an individual experiences, a shift in perspective, a phase where things seem, negative more and more, and life becomes cynical. It is at that period where you will repel a lot of people from your life. Maybe you will experience a downfall in your career, but that should not determine your value to yourself, at least. And maybe you're not valuable to people right now, but it doesn't mean it has to be that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. The mind, much like a software that, needs an update, it needs an update too. You don't throw away a year-old phone because now there's a better version. You update it. It fixes the bugs, it fixes the speed, whatever, functions. I'm not going to go in the technical terminology, but it does fix things, and it makes the phone rather work more efficiently. But sometimes, as has been reported, updates can slow down phone performance. Update can also, but let's not distract us by technology. Here's what I'm trying to say is, mind is more like a software. It needs an update. And I don't think if people think that the mind is rather more like a tool that is occupied by some sort of consciousness that we have, that realizes that this is the mind, this is the heart, this is my lungs, it's my chest. What I'm trying to say is, I think we are not our minds. It's a tool, it's a servant that works based on our decision. But the question is, how can one update their system, update their mind? Well, we can start with learning. But I'm not talking about just academic learning. I'm talking about learning how to see the world, observing things that most people ignore. Take Tracy Chapman, for example. Today, she's a Grammy-winning artist. But before all that, she was just a street performer. A musician who was very much dedicated to their craft and performed on streets of Howard Square, and also performing in Boston subway station. Most people walked past because they had things to do, perhaps in their life, or just blatantly ignored a person who was singing beautiful with a beautiful voice. But the thing with her was she kept showing up, and that is what matters. Relentlessly performing, improving her craft day in, day out. And that's what it all comes down to: practice. I mean, if you want to be better at something, you have to practice it. When I started YouTube, I used to think that, oh my god, well, how am I gonna do the video editing and all of that? Now I know how to use halation. I know how to set up my room so that there's focus and attention. And it happened by myself, by practicing every single day. I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. Everything that I know about video editing comes from YouTube tutorials. Everything. I never took a course, nothing like that. It was all free to use. But I think for things like Blender, I think you can also learn it here because there are courses available. But I think for Blender, I think I'd need some guide, some person who could guide me through. For things like Blender, I think you'd require a course. I think, but I'm not sure. But I do think that for video editing, I used to think that no way, I can't. But here I am. I think this video looks pretty alright, color corrected, and so yeah. And this is what happened with Tracy Chapman. A fellow student at Tufts University heard her perform. That student was Brian Koppelman. I don't know how you pronounce it. Whose father, Charles Koppelman, was a music executive. Brian introduced Tracy to his father, who helped her land a record deal with Elektra Records. And that's how she went from a street performer to a global icon. True story. But the learning here is like, no matter what life throws at you, you gotta show up. That's what matters. Showing up consistently, no matter what. That's the pledge that you have to take if you are choosing the, road perhaps is less traveled by. And one of the major learnings from all of this is that nothing of this sort, this encounter with a fellow student, it would have never happened had she not showed up while people, walked past her, ignored her, and some, really, put some kind of fuel to her songs by appreciating her performances and so on and so forth. Nothing would have happened if she hadn't showed up, every single day. Many people, I would say most people, get discouraged when they're ignored, when they're rejected. They stop putting in the work because they don't see immediate results. But the truth is, success, I think in its true definition, doesn't come from some immediate reaction or a single lucky break, People who are lucky, but most people, I would say, are not lucky. They have to invent luck. And how do you invent luck? Is by showing up every single day, practicing your craft, having a third person point of view about yourself, like what the hell you're doing in your life, like trying to see what you're doing, what you're talking about, is sensible or not, in my case. You have to be ready before the opportunity finds you, because when it does, you either take it or watch it slip by, And it's more like a trend now of blaming people. Like we blame, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, she left me. All of these, because of this person I'm here today, because of that person I could have, so on and so forth. Always there's this like constant fight to prove yourself right or be in the right place. Nobody likes to say, oh, I think I was wrong. I can't be wrong. That's the point. You have to at least accept the fact that you can't always be right about things. There's I so far in my understanding, I'm like, I'm a true, like, I'm a really geek about UFOs and UAPs, and I really believe, okay, so this is a belief, it's not fact. I believe that they are out there, and I also have a clip of, my encounter with, I've encountered twice, and I know it has nothing to do with this video, but I've encountered UFOs twice. I'm not sure about the first recording, but I have the latest recording. Okay, I'm from Uttarakhand, India, and I think I've captured a UFO. Check this, okay? There's this thing that will come out of thin air and then disappear. Come on, show up. I know you will show up. Just once. Show them, come on. It's right somewhere over there. Please. I think it's conscious that I am. See, you saw that. Check this out. My God. Oh my God. Alright, so that's not a drone. Alright? There's nothing in there. It just comes, it pops, and then leaves. But this is not VFX, this is nothing like that. And it's too far, I mean. Come on. I know everyone's gonna be like, ditch that, because I'm into UFOs, I'm into UAPs. I like to watch a lot of documentaries. I mean, it's something that I really am into, and so I look out for them. And if it just shows up once again, I think you might as well think, what the hell was that? So I'm just gonna let the camera roll. Come on. Oh, there it is. Fuck, bro, fuck. What the hell? So I think it went that way. It was behind the tree. I'm not sure if I can show you, because I can't see myself. It's still there. It's behind the tree. Fuck. I can't show you the light. I can't see it myself. See, it comes and goes. Can you see the light? See? I'm not kidding, okay? Check this out. So it was here, and then it went that way. It's far there, that side. It's far toward there. It was here, spotted here somewhere, and then it's over there now. And it's not a drone. It's coming and disappearing. And yeah, I mean, but I believe in it. It doesn't mean it's a fact, So when I explain UFOs to people, I don't blame them that they're not believing in me, because, it's not a fact-based thing. So I try not to blame people about, like, let's say, oh, they are non-believers or so on and so forth. Let's say if I'm a religious person, I'm saying, like, this is true. This is because I truly believe in that. But then I have to give the people who are atheists, I guess,